You're watching WOTV, ABC 41, Cable Channel 4.
Extortion and death threats. We're not talking the Sopranos, rather, we're talking about a case right here in West Michigan. And bathing suit season is just around the corner. Many people are getting off the couch, hoping to shed those extra pounds. We've got some help right now on 41 News. And good evening to you. I'm Ethan Forhetz. Romaine Buck has the night off. It is a Friday night, and spring is definitely in the air. After being cooped up all winter long, many people are getting out to enjoy the warm weather. Night Beat reporter Karen Ebright caught up with some of those folks tonight. And Karen, the warm weather has many people thinking about getting in shape.
That's right, Ethan. Some are doing it outside and others are working out in the gym. But no matter how you do it, before you start, experts say there's a few tips you should keep in mind.
More energized, definitely. I mean, feel more confident.
Meredith Ramos runs to get in shape. She only does it in the summer. She's not alone. Many are getting in shape for the summer. Kelly Walkinshaw is in the second week of her exercise program.
My goal really is just to get in shape overall. I'd like to lose about 60 pounds.
Kelly says getting in shape isn't easy. Experts say the first step in getting in shape is setting goals.
If you want to tone up and lose body fat at the same time, you're going to want to have a program that incorporates cardiovascular activity, which may be walking or jogging or biking, with some weight training.
Meredith doesn't run every day, but she says she doesn't have to notice a difference in her body. Fitness trainers say Meredith is on the right track.
Doesn't take a lot of time, maybe 2 or 3 days a week, maybe an hour at a time, maybe 20 minutes at a time. You only have 10 minutes, it's better than doing nothing at all. I mean, it can start from taking the stairs at work to just walking around your block early in the morning.
However, if you have a big weight loss goal like Kelly, fitness specialists say disciplined workouts are important, and so is diet.
You constantly need to be eating every 3 or 4 hours, small little meals that aren't fast food, that aren't sugary foods. And that's going to help keep your metabolism up in the long run, help you burn calories much more effectively.
I feel really good. I feel like this is something I can stick with for a long time. I'm eating better every day. I feel much better, more energized.
Fitness specialists say before anyone starts an exercise program, it's important to consult with your doctor first. This way, you'll be able to get the right exercise and diet program that's right for you.
Kalamazoo Township Police have a man in custody tonight. A man they say tried to extort money from a co-worker by threatening her children. Nathaniel Clark was arraigned in court today. Investigators say he demanded $25,000 from a co-worker. They both work at Borges Hospital. Police say Clark threatened the lives of the woman's children if she would not give him that money. So the woman called police. Township police then arrested Clark. They did so yesterday during a sting operation in which the woman gave Clark some of the money.
She said that she knows this didn't happen. She doesn't remember it happening, but the threat against her children was so strong to her that she didn't want to take anything for granted.
And at his arraignment today, Clark said he was just the middleman and that he wouldn't threaten the woman because he's been friends with her for 11 years. Borges Hospital has suspended Clark pending an investigation. A follow-up now to a story we first brought you last night on 41 News at 11. Police in Wyoming say it was a 15-year-old Rogers High School student who was killed in a car accident yesterday afternoon. Wyoming police say Demir Korik was a passenger in the car. Witnesses say the driver was traveling very fast when he lost control and hit a utility pole on 32nd near Buchanan. The driver and another passenger are being treated at local hospitals tonight. Demir Korik was a freshman at Rogers High School. He was buried tonight. Doctors in emergency rooms now have to act as investigators during cases of possible domestic violence. According to a new state law, emergency room doctors are now encouraged to report someone they think is an abuser. For years, they've had to report a patient with suspicious injuries, but they never had to worry about who caused those injuries. That is, until now. Lawmakers hope this will lead to quicker arrests. The new law also protects doctors from lawsuits filed by people involved. Doctors say even though they're required to document suspicious injuries, it's not always easy getting the victim to talk.
It's very difficult for them to be straightforward with you when the perpetrator is, glaring at him, or maybe they've even made up on the way over.
Doctors at Bronson Hospital in Kalamazoo say they can see 5 to 10 assault victims every single day. Some Kalamazoo residents are proving their strength in numbers. They don't want an addition to their neighborhood, so they're fighting against it and gaining support. A developer wants to build apartments behind Mount Everest Memorial Park. However, the land is zoned for homes. Last night, all 8 members of the Kalamazoo Township Planning Commission voted against recommending rezoning to the city. Nearby residents hope the city also denies that request. The City Commission is expected to make a decision on rezoning the land sometime next month. Time now for our first check on the weather this Friday night. Pam Land is in our Skywatch 41 Forecast Center with more on what could turn out to be a stormy weekend. What, Pam, starting tomorrow night?
Well, actually, starting tonight, we do have some thunderstorms off to our west. Some areas getting a little bit of light rain right now. Could be a little rocky throughout the overnight hours, and yes, on into tomorrow night as well. Let's check it outside right now, and boy, we are looking at a little bit of haze out there and some fog, cloudy conditions, and certainly a very mild evening into the mid to upper 50s. Satellite imagery shows the increasing clouds moving in, and we had scattered to broken clouds early on, and now we're starting to see the clouds pushing back into the area, and radar does show some thunder boomers off to our west into the Wisconsin area. We're also seeing some convection down to our southwest as well. Of course, what you see in northern Indiana, don't worry about that. That's just some ground clutter. A little light rain developing along the lakeshore, and Ron and Fulton right now reporting in with a little bit of light rain. So it's starting to push through a little spotty light rain, and actually that will form into some thunderstorms during the overnight hours, and that, of course, is why we are under a slight risk. That'll continue throughout the overnight hours and on into tomorrow morning, but certainly we're not going to be receiving anything like what's going on to our southwest, where they do have some tornado watches in effect at this time. No watches or warnings for us. We're just under the slight risk, and still very warm out there at this time of night. 57 degrees. We topped out at, right around 64. The dew point at 53. A high humidity. Winds right now out of the east at about 5 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure holding steady. 57, Ron and Fulton, Butch and Breedsville, 52 degrees. Jamie and Paw Paw, 54. Don Hoyt over in Marshall right now at 56 degrees. Here's what I'm talking about. Lots of thunderstorms riding along this warm front. Off to our west, we have some pop-up thunderstorms as well. We're going to keep our eye on both of these situations. We have tornado watches in effect to the areas to our southwest. All of this is going to be moving in our direction during the overnight hours. As I mentioned, we already have a little light rain out there right now. Not looking for anything in the way of very severe, but you might see some lightning and, of course, a little thunder and maybe some heavy rains, depending on where you live. That could be very spotty and very isolated. Tonight will lower to only 53 degrees. Of course, already cloudy out there right now. Showers and thunderstorms developing overnight. We'll keep it mild with the northeast wind at 5 to 10. And for tomorrow, we'll start off with some morning thunderstorms. All of this riding along this warm front. Very warm tomorrow, then afternoon sunshine. With the instability with the daytime heating, that will create more thunderstorms to develop later on tomorrow night. 75 for a high. Partly sunny in the afternoon, morning thunderstorms, and back to some thunderstorms in the evening hours. Very windy conditions. If you're thinking about the Boch and Bee report, I know it's hard to believe, but it is that time of year. Let's take a look at what we've got. We're looking at water 35 to 39. Yeah, that's pretty chilly. Waves 2 to 4 feet, and the wind southwest at 10 to 15 knots. And our 5-day forecast. Love those 70s, but unfortunately this time of year with the unstable air mass, we're also looking for chance of some scattered thunderstorms mixed in Saturday and Sunday. Sunday looking pretty nice. Back to cooler weather Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. A little bit of rain on Monday, and back to some dry weather Tuesday and Wednesday. And once again, we'd like to give you a chance to win that NOAA Weather Radio. Here's the address. Send me your postcard with your name, address, and phone number on it to this address, or email me at land@WOTV.com. And of course, at the end of the show, I'll once again tell you the big winner that we drew earlier at 6.
All right. And not much of that stormy weather during the winter, so this is our first taste of it this year.
First taste of it, and actually going to continue for the next couple days.
Okay. Thanks, man. Finding a place to practice their favorite activity has proven difficult in the past, but not anymore. They find themselves unwelcome in many communities, so one group of skaters decided to do something about it. Plus, he was caught doing something wrong, and he tried to get away, but police were just one step ahead of him. That story next on 41 News.
To hunt the deepest mysteries,
I've been having visions.
you must sometimes journey
My name was Ida, the handmaiden that was with Cleopatra.
into the deepest corners of the human mind.
Have the necklace. No! Claudia, wait!
Scorpion.
I think Sydney's in trouble. You gotta regress me.
Tia Carrere hunts the most beautiful woman in history. Cleopatra herself. Next, Relic Hunter.
Saturday at 7 on WOTV ABC 41, Cable Channel 4.
We're just beginning our clearance sale spectacular. Every department has incredible reductions to give you the best prices in town and help us clear out our excess inventory. We have new introductions, great low prices, and lots of styles to choose from. There are new markdowns throughout the store, some items up to 60% off. This clearance sale is for a limited time. Many items are one of a kind and won't last long, so shop early for the best selection. Find the best prices at Harlan's Furniture's Clearance Sale Spectacular. Harlan's Furniture, Battle Creek.
When you're shopping for a cabinet, for kitchen or bath, make sure you're shopping at Skipper's. We've got quality brand names like Haas at substantial savings for you. Factory overrun, discontinued styles. See how much you can save here at Skipper's Discount Outlet. You'll find beautiful wallpaper, carefree vinyl windows, doors, tools, and more. So before you remodel, make a drive to Union City and we'll make it worth your while. Skipper's Discount Outlet, M60 west of I-69, Union City.
Art Van is rolling back prices on Sealy mattress sets during the Sealy rollback sale. We've taken huge reductions, 25 to 55% on every Sealy mattress set. And we're rolling back prices an extra $100 to $400 on select premium Sealy Posturepedic sets. Plus, you do not pay for 1.5 years. That's no payments for 1.5 years. And with Mattress Express, get free next day delivery or your mattress is free. No one in Michigan sells Sealy for less. The Sealy rollback sale, only at Art Van.
This portion of 41 News is brought to you by Behavioral Health Resources. For Battle Creek and Kalamazoo, this is your local news with Romaine Buck and Ethan Forheads. Local weather with Pam Land. And sports highlights with Ken Hyde. On 41 News. News from where you live.
They spent the last year trying to raise money to help the city of Grand Rapids build a skating park. But instead, local boarders and bladers say they grew tired of city politics. They decided to take action themselves. Rachel Ruiz has their story.
When polyurethane wheels scratch bare metal. When the sound of rolling wood fills a crowded room. When cement reverberates like a clap of thunder. Harlan Medalin is at his best. The symphony around him, his favorite kind of music.
It's a passion, just like any athlete has a passion for his sport. Michael Jordan for basketball, or Big Mac for baseball, you know?
The difference is the 22-year-old never really had a good place to practice his sport.
We got kicked out of D&W a lot. In downtown Grand Rapids, skateboarding is illegal anywhere downtown, and kids can actually really get in trouble for it.
And so can adults. Scott Coder says he got a ticket and went to court because of a skateboarding offense. Eventually, the group started talking with the city of Grand Rapids. Could bladers, skaters, and bikers help the city build a skate park at one of 3 sites? Riverside Park, Harrison Park School, or the Butterworth landfill. The city pledged $50,000 and told the skaters to match the amount.
All the red tape does take time, and there's a lot of legality involved. They don't know where they want to put it or what they want to do with it yet, so that's, right now, that's up to the city, and they have to work that out for themselves.
Coder says after months of fundraising, the group could no longer wait for those questions to be answered. He secured a warehouse in Walker.
This kind of all fell together.
And moved his skating shop out of the city.
We're still more than willing to work at it. It's just finally got to a point where it's like everybody said, okay, we want a place and we want to have a place to go now.
It's a lot nicer because, like, you can't skate in the rain. And then you come here, it's indoors.
So now the group moves along at its own pace to a brand of music all their own.
I think it's a lot easier to get a swimming pool or a tennis court or a basketball court put up in a public park than it is, you know, a skating facility.
Who needs government anyway, right? Rachel Ruiz reporting there. Well, you could see some very familiar, famous faces on area beaches this summer. How famous, you ask? How about Tom Hanks and Paul Newman? They're about as famous as they get. The two are starring in a movie that's looking to film in the area. DreamWorks Productions wants to film one segment of Road to Perdition in Saugatuck and another in Port Sheldon Township. If they do, we'll have our cameras there. We'll bring it to you. Well, you can look, but you can't touch. That is a rule one man ignored. The Liberty Bell, a symbol of American freedom, already had a blemish. Now it has another. Plus, the wind started blowing and the ice started shifting. The combination made for an amazing sight. We will show that to you next on 41 News.
Are you running your life today, or is it running you? When you're tired of running in circles without getting anywhere, call the experienced, caring professionals at Behavioral Health Resources. We can help you get out of the rat race and back into the human race. Behavioral Health Resources. Let's talk.
Let me take over. The Mitsubishi Galant. Get 1.9% APR and a guaranteed buyback for more than you owe. You know, it's really very simple.
No matter how busy you are, there's always time to find great values at McDonald's.
Especially now, because we're serving up one hard-to-resist deal. Just $2 buys you our ever-popular Filet-O-Fish sandwich with a medium-sized order of America's favorite fries. Two McDonald's favorites for just $2.
I want to tell you about a brand new way.
Brand new way of quitting smoking.
It's unique. It's effective. It's orange.
New Nicorette Orange.
It's Nicorette.
So I still help prevent cravings on my own regular schedule.
I still help answer cravings with another piece.
And now I have orange.
Brand new orange flavor. Only from Nicorette.
Here, taste this.
Now this just may be a flavor I can quit with.
Sometimes victory's so close.
You can taste it.
You can do it. New Nicorette Orange can help.
We turn our attention now to the standoff with China. President Bush said today that the United States is making progress in diplomatic efforts to free 24 Navy personnel currently in Chinese custody. For the first time today, an American official was allowed to meet with them alone, without Chinese supervision. Nevertheless, the Beijing government is still insisting on an apology from Washington before the matter can be resolved. Lauren Rogers has the latest tonight.
President Bush and administration officials continue to express cautious optimism about resolving the impasse with China.
We're working hard to bring them home through intensive discussions with the Chinese government. And we think we're making progress.
Defense officials tell ABC News the plane is too damaged to fly and its technology is considered compromised. Attention is now focused primarily on bringing home the 24 detained crew members. An American delegation was allowed for the second time to visit them. Army Brigadier General Neil Seelock led the delegation.
I checked on their health and welfare. The crew is in great spirit. They are all together, and they are looking forward to getting released from their current situation and returning home.
On the diplomatic front, talks have been continuing around the clock. The Chinese ambassador returned once again to the State Department for a brief meeting. U.S. Secretary of State Colin Powell echoed the president's theme of cautious optimism.
I'm encouraged because there has been movement and because we are exchanging rather precise ideas as to how to bring this to a conclusion.
ABC News has learned diplomats are working on a framework for investigations, either jointly or separately, that would allow both countries to understand exactly what happened and to bring closure to an incident neither country seems anxious to prolong. Lauren Rogers, ABC News, Washington.
A 27-year-old tourist from South Dakota is behind bars tonight after hitting the Liberty Bell several times with a hammer this morning.
All of a sudden I saw a man walking by with something like a hammer, some object. I really didn't know what it was. And so I didn't think nothing of it. Turned my back and then turned this way and he started banging on the Liberty Bell. I mean, whacking it really hard.
I just seen a man yelling out, "God lives on," and then he just started banging on the Liberty Bell. I thought it was gunshots, so I kind of ducked.
Officials say damage to the Liberty Bell was apparently superficial only. It had several dents and chips on the lip of the bell. Some of them have already been touched up, and more repairs are planned. In L.A., an armed robbery suspect takes police on a high-speed chase. Not much news for there. They have it all the time. It happened in California this afternoon. Let's take a look. The chase began in Orange County and ended after police used a maneuver that caused the SUV to spin out of control. This is great video. There we go. Officers with guns drawn ordered the man out of the vehicle. He was taken into custody by sheriff's deputies and is still being held for question. I'm sure that was all broadcast live on television out there in L.A., something that we don't get much of here. A lot of people living along Lake Winnebago in Wisconsin received quite a surprise when they looked out their windows. Take a look. High winds created ice shows more than 20 feet high. Some of them even pushed their way right up against the houses along the shoreline there.
It's just sitting in the living room, and all of a sudden it's like tinkling of ice in a glass. And I looked out, and it was just coming in and piling up over the top and spilling down. It was incredible.
The adrenaline was flowing. You didn't know what to do. You didn't know what to do. The guy next door was trying to stop it with a nice chisel, and it was amazing.
Look at that. It's like the blob creeping up on a house. Does a lot of damage, apparently. It destroyed nearly every dock in its path, and a popular fishing hole was even pushed more than 300 feet to shore. How'd you like to look out your window and see that?
That is pretty bizarre.
That happens a lot up here, I guess, at certain lakes. Well, we're in Michigan. Michigan State has some big news tonight.
Got some great news from Michigan State fans on a couple of fronts tonight. And tax cuts for everyone. President Bush in Milwaukee to open the Brewers' new stadium. And he's not quite Shoeless Joe from Hannibal, no, but Joe Leidick is killing the ball for the Battle Cats. Sports from where you live is next.
Daily 4, huh? Have you heard about the front pair payout? It's a great new way to win. Well, it's the front pair payout. Daily 4. That's the first two numbers, and the cash is yours.
Match two numbers on a Daily 4 straight ticket, and you're a winner. If the first two numbers drawn match your first two in order, you win $10.
It's the front pair payout. Come on and play. I can be a winner in a whole new way.
Daily 4 front pair payout from the Michigan Lottery.
I worked at
All engines are offline.
Outnumbered.
We're sitting ducks.
Now they must abandon all hope.
I'll destroy this ship before I turn any part of it over to the Kazon.
Or abandon their principles.
Make a deal, an alliance.
But will a pact with the enemy.
In order to achieve
Peace. It is doomed to failure. Turn to sabotage.
Get down!
On the next Star Trek Voyager.
Star Trek Voyager, Monday at 7 on WOTV ABC 41.
In golf, a stacked first page means all the big dogs are on the front page of the leaderboard. That is exactly what we've got heading into the weekend at the Masters. You know who made a Friday run. Were you expecting anything less from Tiger Woods on the fourth hole? He hit a birdie. Goes in for Tiger. He's playing very well, 66 today. And then on 16, Phil Mickelson making a charge as well. He dunked one on 12, but on 16, look at this. Setting up a birdie for Mickelson as well, but your leader remains this guy. Chris DeMarco continues his assault. DeMarco has a two-shot lead. As for Tiger, he expects more sun, wind, and a tougher course on the weekend.
I think just the way it is right now. It's sunny and warm, and the wind started to blow a little bit, dry things out, and it's going to make for a very difficult golf course.
You know, it was funny. I read all the papers today, and everybody was counting me out. Everybody was telling me I wasn't going to be here, so I appreciate that because that gave me a lot to, to kind of show some people wrong.
So DeMarco, a little motivation there. He's not a big dog, but there he is on the front page of your leaderboard. Tiger Woods and Mickelson from 2 shots back. David Duval and a host of others at 7 under par. Defending champ Vijay Singh is 4 under. New Battle Cats third baseman Joe Leidick isn't quite deserving of the Shoeless Joe moniker just yet, but through the first 2 games of the new season, he's been sweet. Leidick and the Cats have owned South Bend tonight. Some nice pitching. Jimmy Barrett with the strikeout here. 5 hitless, scoreless innings for Barrett, and Miss my cap, miss my friend's cap, right there. There you go. 6th inning, Joe Lydick, the RBI single, driving in Gavin Wright. 1-0. Cats on top. Some more offense. 2 batters later. Brandon Buckley, the chopper. Garrett Gentry scores. The Cats win again. 4-1, the final.
I just got in a rhythm and just started throwing strikes, and they tried to back out and take their time, and I just kept my rhythm the whole game, and they threw well.
They've been close games where we've had to battle and really came together as a team. So I think going on the road, it's going to be okay for us.
In other Midwest League action, the Whitecaps, they beat Lansing 3-zip the final there. The Tigers actually showed some actual grit this evening in Chicago. Carlton Fisk, the longtime White Sox, there to throw out the first pitch, but top of 6, tied 5-5, bases juiced. Tony Clark unjuices them. The big grand slam from Mr. Clark, 9-5. The White Sox actually came back and tied it 9-9 in the 10th. Shane Halter, that's your game winner. The Tigers win in 10. 10-9 to final. Miller Park, the Brewers' new home, is finally open for business, and kind of bounced one up there. Not so good for the Prez, but hey, that's okay. Later on, Jeremy Burnett's the first home run for the Brewers in their brand new park. A brand new slide for Bernie Brewer as well. A big night had by 1, and there's the slide. Good stuff. Milwaukee wins 5-4. Watch this play closely from the Cubs game this afternoon. Doug Lanville right back up the middle off of Julian Tavares' glove. Eric Young right there for the catch. Crazy stuff. Julio Zaletta, the first Cubs home run of the year. Chicago wins 3-2. In college baseball, this is Western Michigan's home opener today. Bottom of 2. Chad Topley, the single to center field. Greg Graham. Greg chugging around, comes around to score 1-0. Western on top, but in the 3rd, Kent State's Eric O'Brien, the double down the line. Kent State wins 7-4, the final. Well, okay, if you'd rather see a safety blitz than a hit and run, Waldo Stadium is the place to be tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. The Broncos football team is holding its annual brown and gold game. It is the traditional end of the team's spring drills and a chance to see who's willing to buckle up and bring it. The coaching staff is still determining from where the leadership will come.
I think our senior class right now is more of a quiet leader than, say, the previous leadership, our senior class, but at the same time, the vocal leadership doesn't always have to come from the seniors.
And the Winston Cup circuit is in Martinsville this weekend for the Virginia 500. Short track specialist Jeff Gordon won the pole in qualifying. It's the 35th time in his career he's secured the top starting spot. And in the 10 car, Grand Rapids driver Johnny Benson is currently 3rd in the point standings. He qualified 26th today. And it's a good day to be a Spartans fan. Michigan State basketball signee Kelvin Torbert has been named the Gatorade High School Player of the Year. The Flint native will be playing for Michigan State next season. That's just the start of it. Ryan Miller, the Spartans goaltender, the Hobie Baker Award winner. So
hockey team?
College hockey's, top player.
They're doing all right over there at Michigan State.
Yeah.
All right, we're back after this.
1999. 1999. 1999. 1999. 1999. 1999. 1999. 1999.
The new 1999 offer from Verizon Wireless really has people talking, and it's easy to see why. Because for just $19.99 monthly access, you get 1,000 weekend minutes and 75 anytime minutes each month for 2 full years. So get to your Verizon Wireless store now.
1999. 1999.
Verizon Wireless. Join in.
Every major manufacturer was visited. Every visit went well past its appointed time. Every Art Van buyer negotiated until they got price concessions below our sale prices. It's Art Van's special purchase sale. Save an extra $100 off this Italian leather sofa. Was $1,600. Sale price $699, now $599. That's 60% off. Plus, do not pay for 1.5 years. And enter to win a StarCraft sport boat and trailer from Wilson Marine and Wilson Marine 2 in Brighton. Art Van's special purchase sale this weekend.
Hey, check it out. A totally twisted way to eat pizza.
Yeah, new Twisted Crust Pizza from Pizza Hut. It's breadsticks.
No, it's pizza.
It's both.
Look, go directly to the Twisted Crust and tear off a breadstick.
Dude, what planet are you from? You eat your pizza first and you save your breadsticks till the end.
No, it's breadsticks first, then the free marinara or ranch dipping sauce, then pizza.
You're twisted. Pizza first.
The new Twisted Crust Pizza from Pizza Hut. Breadsticks and pizza together at last. Only $10.99 for a large.
I got one word for you. Breadsticks.
That's 2 words, Brainiac. Another one of the best pizzas under one roof.
In today's competitive workplace, how far would you go to find a new job or career? How about across the room to pick up your remote or jump online? 4 times each weekday, the ABC 41 Job Connection connects you with area employers who have the jobs you've been waiting for. Or check out WOTV.com and find a complete posting of those employers' opportunities and a possible direct link. From construction to information technologies. If it's available, you'll find it on the ABC 41 Job Connection.
And before we go this evening, we want to mention again the winner of the big NOAA weather radio.
That's exactly right. We picked it at 6 o'clock, and Dennis Koss from Battle Creek is the winner. Congratulations. Another winner next week.
All right. Use in good health. That's our time for this Friday night. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Charles C. Zhang, Certified Financial Planner.
We're just beginning our clearance sale.